Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. Before I start, smash that like button please. It really helps out with the channel and everything. We're standing in front of the Lagoon 25 again. I went on a camping trip this weekend between Friday morning till like Sunday night, and I left the tank alone since then, and this is how everything's looking after a couple of days of not checking out the tank and things like that. The algae just builds up, and I think I'm kind of due for a water change. Everything in here looks good. The pallies, as you can see, I fragged this back and it just came back like I never touched anything. You could see it all filled out at the bottom right here. Up top, they're getting fatter, but you can't really see with all of this algae right here. I'm gonna mix up a new batch of water, and then we're gonna do a water change. But before doing the water change, I want to show you guys how I kind of floss everything out and kind of stir everything up so we can get all of this gunk out of here and fresh water. Now I got this Nano flipper sitting in here, but I had some hard lessons with the flipper on my Red Sea Reefer 350. If you guys leave it in here, be careful if you haven't used it in a while. It's very dangerous. This flipper right here, let me pull it out so you guys can see. The flipper right here has two sides, one with the blade and then one with the sponge right here. And if you leave it in the tank, snails and things can get on this pad and they'll like put this hard white stuff on it. I think it's poop. But they could put this white stuff on the pad itself, and without realizing it, if you're using the padded side, you can just scratch up your entire aquarium while you're thinking you're scrubbing out all of the algae. You're just putting a bunch of scratches onto the tank. So that's just one of the tips if you're using this flipper algae scrubber. I would just take it out and leave it out and just not leave it in the tank. But if you do leave it in the tank and you're not using it often, once in a while just take it out and take it to the sink and clean it up so there's no sand or gunk trapped in this pad where you'll have potential of scratching your tank. Alright, I just rinsed or scrubbed off the blade itself, so there's nothing poking out of the pad or anything like that, and I'm just scraping the glass so we get all of this algae suspended into the water column. This little Nano flipper, it's not that strong of a magnet. It's pretty loose, so it's not like it's gonna take one swipe and it's gonna wipe out all of the algae. You gotta really scrub it back and forth often, and I left this sitting for like a week now, so the buildup is more stubborn on the glass. You just gotta work at it. I work at what I can get, and if I can't really get it off, I tend to use a credit card and just stick my hand in there and just start scrubbing by hand. We want everything in the water column, and up top there's two chambers. I get some of this floss. It's just polyester filling when you're making stuffed animals or pillows or anything like that, but I get just a handful and I stick it into the overflow chambers. So up here, this is one of the chambers. It's filled with pond matrix. As you can see inside my tank, I don't have any rock work at all. So both chambers, I filled it up with pond matrix, so that provides me enough surface area for the bacteria to live on. Over here as well, you can see But back then I used to put the floss here like daily and just kind of floss and throw out the detritus and everything like that. But I found that if I'm not watching the tank, the detritus would clog up the floss, and then it would cause my water level to rise. And yeah, it would cause my water level to rise, and then it would affect my salinity and everything like that. So I don't floss as often now. I just leave it as is. But when I'm doing water changes and I'm scraping and things like that, I have the algae kind of suspended into the water column, and by putting the floss up here, it's capturing whatever I'm suspending up onto the water column. But I have both chambers with the floss, and then I'll just continue scrubbing like so. Another trick is getting the detritus underneath this frag rack to get suspended into the water column. The frag rack, it's a pain in the butt to move and get out. I would have to remove everything to get access to the bottom of the rack right here. You can see down there, there's a bunch of gunk and detritus, but we use the AI Nero 5. Right now it's running really low, kind of pulsing mode, but then if I pulse it up very high, it gets the detritus suspended. So right here, I got my app up. I'm gonna go under the control. See right here, I have it on at 14%. So we're gonna dial it up. So as soon as I dial it up, you'll see everything kind of rocking, and that motion forces whatever gunk is on the bottom of the frag rack to get suspended into the water column. So here you go. I'm gonna bump it up to 66 right now. You see everything's rocking right here, and you'll start seeing all of that gunk kind of get up. Let me see if I can get it a little higher. I'm at 83% right now. You see that stuff coming up in the center. That's all collected on the bottom. I don't have access to it. I have a sand sifting goby in there and some other gobies, but for the most part I don't get access down here. But if I turn up the wave maker up high, the gunk and stuff, it gets suspended into the water column. It allows me to siphon it out when I'm doing the water change, and whatever's getting filtered through the whole system is going to get captured with the floss right here. So while that's happening, we'll just mix up our water so we can change it out. So instead of messing around with that flipper and doing it kind of slowly and not getting everything, I just got a spare card right here, and you'll get the job done way faster. Just getting down and dirty, putting your hand in there and scraping it. Just like one pass would scrub out all of the algae instead of messing around with that magnetic scrubber. And this is way cheaper too. It's like free, and that flipper scrubber is like 20 something bucks, or even like 40 bucks for the heavy ones. This is after scraping the glass. Glass looks clean. It's kind of cloudy because everything's getting stirred up with the wave maker. But check out the floss right here. That's what I'm talking about. Just capturing all of that detritus with the floss. And this floss is pretty cheap. You can find it on Amazon, or even walking into Walmart. It's like $3-4 a bag, I forget. I'm gonna keep letting it go, and right now I'm mixing up the water. Show you guys. Alright guys, I got a simple 5-gallon bucket right here. I got about a little over 4 gallons of water, I think, in here to do a water change on a 25-gallon tank. Right now it's just mixing. I got a simple wave maker in there, just mixing up the salt, and I use this laser thermometer to see where the temperature is. Here is summertime, so water without warming it up is at 81, and my tank's kind of running warm as well. It's around 79-80 degrees as well, so it's kind of a match. And I got this refractometer to measure the salinity and everything. Let me know if you guys need me to do a video on how to use this and how to calibrate it and everything. But yeah, we'll wait for this to mix and then we'll change out the water. I didn't realize the pump change settings, and I just hit save. But here it goes again. It's just kicking up everything. You can see suspending the detritus and gunk that's underneath the rack. I don't usually have it running this hard because, as you can see, my fish, they're all like not used to this turbulence. But here you go, you could check out everything that's flowing right here. We're just trying to get all of this out with the wave maker. It's gonna get captured with the floss, but I'm gonna keep it going and then kind of siphon everything out and then pour in the new water. Alright guys, this is the tank with the water siphoned out. It still looks dirty. I made sure to siphon out of the algae scrubber right here. In the past I had a lot of gunk building up in here and kind of crashed my tank, and check it out. This is the water that I siphoned out. It's super dark and nasty, and this is the clean water we're gonna pump in. As I pulled out the floss and I just threw it into this cup, I wanted to show you guys what it's pulling out. That's what it's flossing out while I'm doing a water change and scrubbing and everything. So you want to get this out of your tank if you want it to clear up and everything like that. Would be better if I kind of had floss in there regularly and then just kind of pulling it out every day, getting it while it's in the tank and everything. But I don't do it because, like I said, after a while this gets clogged up and then it messes with my water levels, where this would get clogged up and then the chambers would have low water and the ATO would kick off and put in fresh water, and it would just kind of mess with my salinity and everything. So I don't do this on the daily. I just do this every once in a while to kind of clear things up. Alright guys, I have my wave maker dialed down to 18%, but it's really throwing the water around. I did a little scrubbing to clean it up and I took it apart and everything, and I guess it was getting clogged up with all the gunk because I'm at 18% and it's blowing like it's at 100%. You can see the waves and everything just moving again. It's taking a while for this tank to clear up, but let me turn off everything so we can check it out. Again, I have this ADJ switch right here. It's really helpful right in front. I could turn off everything with my fingers. I have everything labeled right here. But Skimmer has not been on for months now. And here's the top-down view. I got my white lights on right now and everything's just growing out. And I can tell everything's getting more fat and plump between the last couple of weeks. And down here, the Pandoras, you saw me cut it back like a lot, and I even pulled out huge chunks, put them into the Red Sea Reefer 350, and it looks like I didn't even make a dent to them. With the chunks I put into the Red Sea Reefer 350, check out Friday's video. The blue tang, I don't know what to do with her. She's eating the zoas, but I'll update you guys with that on Friday. But here you go, check out the tank. I want to expand on this tank and just kind of give everything more room to kind of grow out. I'm pretty sure within a couple of months all of this stuff right here is going to be filled out. Right now everything's just like super next to each other and kind of running out of room. But overall I'm pretty happy with the tank so far. The fish are doing great, corals are doing great. Everything's a-okay with this tank. I don't got much else to update you guys with this tank. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, ping me on Instagram or comment down below what you guys think, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.